Now, there was a time when learning to work on cars was sort of a rite of passage for teenagers in America. You would see how things worked using trial and error. You would learn how tools operated. You might even take it out and see if you can drive it in a race. Now, there's this shop behind the engineering buildings at North Carolina State University where a different version of that same story is taking place. Only in this case, the car is powered by the sun. I'm Dr. Nehemiah Mabry. I'm a proud engineering graduate here of North Carolina State University, and I'm going to take you to meet the SolarPack team.
We call this SolarPack Experimental, which is our EV conversion car that we use for various event purposes and competition.
Competitions like the Formula Sun Grand Prix showcases solar cars designed and built by students from dozens of colleges around the world. The race is held on a 2.5-mile track. In the summer of 2022, the team from NC State brought home a trophy for the fastest lap, 3 minutes and 1 second, all powered by the sun.
Part of our goal is creating a very practical solar electric vehicle. As you can see here, we've got a production car that we just converted into an electric vehicle.
Wow, this is sweet, and I think this is an old Volkswagen apparently. And so we got some high voltage cargo back here. What do we have back here in the back?
Well, we have about 1,300 battery cells spot welded together.
Okay.
And altogether, that's delivering about 400 volts and 20 kilowatt hours.
These, we build these ourselves. We buy these individual cells or little thin wafers of silicon, and when you shine light on them, they produce a small amount of voltage, and you can basically harvest that voltage to charge up the batteries and make the car run.
Got it. So you take all your new technology, your new ideas, you put it on here and you see how it goes. All right, I'm looking at it. This is so sweet, y'all. This is like, it looks like some Back to the Future type deal, right?
You turn the time circuits on.
This car was the brainchild of people during COVID when everything was kind of falling apart. The team at the time had this idea to experiment with the electrical components.
One of the strengths of the SolarPack team is that everybody is from different disciplines, bringing together students from engineering, business, environmental science, and of course, design. And it's not just for the guys. What's your major?
I'm mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering?
I'm electrical.
Electrical?
English.
English. Did you say English?
Yeah, that's right.
English.
So it's interesting to interact with these people who just have this crazy knowledge that I don't understand.
And show me what's under the hood. Now, obviously, if this was like a traditional gas-powered car, it would look quite differently under here.
This was a 2001 Volkswagen Golf GTI, and that had a manual transmission, a 1.6 liter four-cylinder, but we took the actual regular transmission here and we just retrofitted in a electric motor here. So instead of having that big engine block there with the shaft that goes into the transmission, now it's just an electric motor that feeds into the transmission. And then we also have our motor controller here, which takes like your gas pedal, well, I guess you couldn't call it gas necessarily.
Right. Electric pedal.
Your electric pedal.
Yeah. Like you all aren't just getting this ready for some race, you're also showing that it's possible to have solar-powered consumer vehicles.
Yeah.
SPX. And how in the world can y'all have so many plastic components without it overheating?
First of all, there's a pretty robust water cooling loop through all the components that actually produce a lot of heat, but at least compared to the other solar cars, and especially compared to when it was still a gas car, we have had absolutely no thermal issues. These electric components are extremely efficient in that regard. They don't produce a lot of waste heat.
Man. Hey, look, I just saw this. You all got the SolarPack logo on the front. All right. Hey, listen, kudos to you. I love it. How about we take it for a spin? Can we take it for a spin, Matt?
Absolutely.
All right, man. Let's do it. Ready to go? Tightened up. Lock and loaded. We ready. Let's go. All right, man. A SolarPack experiment. Nah, you've driven this before. This is an experimental driving test, is it?
Oh yeah, no, I've driven this at 65 miles an hour.
Okay, got you. All right, I think we're ready to go.
All right.
Let's make it happen.
Let's roll.
All right. Oh, what a smooth takeoff, man. It didn't even feel like the car was on.
Yeah, it's really quiet.
Hey, how's it going?
You'll hear the motor going a little bit once you get up to higher speed, but
okay.
Yeah, otherwise it functions pretty normally.
Yeah, now let me ask you this. This is charging the moment we step out into the sun? Or, okay, so there's no type of
initiating of the charging that you have to do?
Yeah, it just we have a little controller in the back that handles all that. It's constantly measuring how much power you're getting out.
Automatically, okay.
When you're giving it a lot of electric power, like when you're really hitting the throttle, then yeah, it'll suck some power out of the batteries. But otherwise, yeah, if you're going slow, it'll just run everything off the solar panels.
Got it.
This thing handles very well. Like it's got power steering, it's got the good transmission. Like you can hit it, and it's got some power.
I mean, I just feel that just now. Like you just gave me a little bit of a little bit of gas there. I feel like the terminology hasn't caught up with the technology.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, we find ourselves more often than not saying, "Oh yeah, we're hitting the gas pedal."
Yeah, exactly. Now, how do you make sure you don't run out of power and you're not like stranded somewhere in the middle of your route?
We've got a little screen here that tells us how much battery we've got left in the battery pack. So you can just kind of watch that and see how many volts you have left in the battery.
Got it. And when you're getting low, does it sort of measure? Gas light on.
Yeah, that's the dashboard getting mad at me because we don't have the regular gas engine, so it's worried about oil pressure.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, we don't have oil pressure anymore, so.
Man, this is a nice ride. Nice smooth kind of cruise here.
So I'll get a little bit of gas here on this strip.
Okay.
For through this safe and constructive outlet, these boys satisfy their craving for knowledge and speed. Out of their ranks come the engineers who develop improvements for your car and mine.